Whenever I tell people that they don't know what they're missing by not baking their own challah for Shabbos, I always get the same reply. Who's got the time? Well, hopefully this demo will inspire you to find that special time. The first part of the process, making the dough, is quite simple and shouldn't take you more than about 10 minutes. You've got all your ingredients ready. We're talking about 3 cups of warm water, 7 to 8 cups of flour, 2 sachets of rapid rising yeast. It's simple, rises 3 times quicker than any other yeast. A cup of sugar, 3 teaspoons of salt, a cup of oil, and 2 eggs. So now we're going to put our dough hook into our new best friend, because what used to take us 30 minutes to do in the old days with our hands, now only takes us 10 minutes. Now, to speed things up even further, we're going to take 1 of our 3 cups of water and we're going to pour it into our mixing bowl. We don't want to put all the dry ingredients into the bowl, followed by the liquids. We want to put a little liquid at the bottom, flour and dry ingredients, and then liquid on top so that it combines to give us a lovely dough. Add 7 cups of flour, keeping 1 aside for later. Sprinkle your 2 sachets of rapid rising yeast over the flour. Pour in 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Add 3.5 teaspoons of salt. Add 3/4 of a cup of oil. Remember to check your eggs in case there are blood spots. Add them to the mixture, and finally add 2 cups of water. Well, that should have taken about 10 minutes, and you'll see that the dough starts to gather around the hook and leaves the sides of the bowl. It's a little sticky, but it's not sticky that I can't knead it. Stretch out the gluten in the bread, because that's what gives it its lovely chewy pull texture. And once it's in a lovely ball, you can cover it with oil or put it straight into your bowl, turn it over, leave it for an hour and go shopping. You deserved it. So after about an hour, it should have risen, double its size, and we start kneading it again to get out all those air bubbles. Now's the time that I would be taking challah and saying the brachas and doing what's necessary, but you know, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, too much of this, that. Speak to your rabbi and let him tell you how many cups of flour before you say your bracha. Now I'm going to cut the dough into portions for platting, braiding. I'm going to do a 2-plait, and I'm going to do a 3-strand challah. Roll your strands of challah out from the inside right out. Once you've rolled out your 2 strands, very simple. You cross it over, you cross it over again, you cross it over again. There you have it. The 3-strand challah is just as simple. What I do is I like to start it in the middle, plait it just as you would your hair, and I get to the bottom, I pinch it, then I turn it over that way, and I continue plaiting. And that's how you get an even plaited 3-braided challah. You place your challahs on a pre-greased baking tray, and you set it aside and allow it to rise for about an hour until it's doubled in size. Now we're going to egg wash our challah, and basically that is, you take a yolk of an egg, you add a shell full of water, and you mix it together. This gives them a lovely glazed brown look once they've been baked. Once it's been egg washed, you sprinkle it with poppy seeds or sesame seeds, whichever you prefer. I enjoy making challahs with onion. Leave it in the oven for about 35 minutes on 180 until golden brown. Sit back, relax, and get ready for the best Shabbos you'll ever have. Now ask yourself, isn't it worth spending that little bit of time on a tradition that has been around for such a long time?